Morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to Loopy Harold. He's back. So he's come back from where he was parked up for a while, and we're just gonna. What are we gonna do? Let's see. Let's go straight in and see what we're gonna do. So I've just come over in the Arbath to, well, not in the Arbath. Initially, I'll tell you the story, I was going to walk over here to collect Loopy Harold to try the speedo in that I've just repaired. And then I remembered that the steering lock that's on Loopy Harold, the key for that is on the keyring of Bluey, which is in the garage over the weekend because they're still working on it. So I can't get the steering lock off, therefore I can't get Loopy Harold home. I have found a spare key, but I do have two of these locks and I can't find the other one. But because I've got two of these, I have a spare key and I don't know whether this is the right one or not. So I'm gonna have a look now if I can get this open. The battery's disconnected in this, but I'm gonna try if I can find the right key. I've got so many keys in my pocket. Hopefully this is the right key. Yeah, so I'm in the car. Let's try it. Hopefully this is going to be the right key. I'm not very hopeful. No. Typical bollocks. I mean, I didn't mean to swear then. I said a naughty word. No, this must be the key for the other one, which I don't even know where it is. That's really annoying. So that scuppers my plans. How annoying. Oh well, can't be helped. Back to the drawing board. I won't be able to do that then until such time as I'll get Bluey back. Oh well, never mind. It was nice to see Loopy Harold anyway. So I did have a busy day ahead of me today. Lots to do on lots of different cars. I've just got back from Wallington in Surrey, just the other side of Croydon. On eBay I bought some seats. Yes, I know that's not a seat. I'll get them all out of the car in a second, but I bought the seats on eBay, went to pick them up today, and Richard, who is actually one of the members of the channel, had these other things on his driveway, a bar, front bar, and a red bumper. Red bumper has got some damage to it, but he said you can have them if you want them. He's no longer got the car that he repaired, so he's let me have them for nothing, which is really nice of him. Thanks for that, Richard. Did appreciate that, enjoyed our chat. So my intention today, as you can see, it's once again pouring with rain, good old Britain. I had intended to give this a good clean because tomorrow that is going in for MOT and service, and Bluey is at the garage now, ready. So I am going to go down and get Bluey, and I'm going to give them a ring as this is going in tomorrow. I'm going to ask them, is it okay if I bring this down and leave it there? It saves me getting the bus down there, really. And then I can swap them over. We'll come on to Bluey later on in the Bluey video. This isn't the Bluey video. This will be going in Loopy Harold, I think. We might put this part of this video somewhere else, actually. I'll decide that later. Anyway, but there's a few bits I need to do on this car. This is going to be up for sale soon as well. This has come loose. I think it's broken in there, so I think I'm going to have to bond that. Some of the clips have broken. I don't know if someone's hit this. There's no marks on it, but I certainly haven't hit it. And this one's come out here as well. I think we've lost the clip there somehow, so that needs fixing back into position as well. I was going to do that before I took it down for its service and MOT. I don't want them ending up putting like loose panels on, well, not panels are they, but loose trim down on the MOT. I don't think they would, but there's nothing else, apart from that, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just very, very, very dirty, which you can't see because it's pouring with rain again. It's pointless me giving it a wash. What's the point? It's not going to fail its MOT because it's a bit dirty. I just wanted to give it a wash. So let's get these seats out and other bits and pieces, and we'll show you those. Right, so here's the bumper that Richard's given me. it's got the fog light blanks in, it's got a grill in, it's got one of those on. I thought I saw the other one on there, maybe not. Well, maybe it's lying in the boot, not sure. Anyway, don't matter. It's got a bit of damage there. That could easily be heated up and bent back, a bit of filler. And there's some paint scratching and what have you, so it wouldn't be any good as it was, but you know, it's an original bumper, and there's no reason why, you know, at some point in the future, if I need a black bumper or even another red bumper, it can be used as it is temporarily while I'm looking for another bumper, or it can be used, repaired and resprayed. If I, you know, saves me buying a pattern bumper or a white bumper, it can be used. So thanks again, Richard, appreciate that. Richard also gave me a top reinforcement bar as well, still in the bag, and these are the seats, including the headrests. So you've got the backs there, base there, and the two seats complete with headrests. Now the reason I bought these, as you know, the seats in Loopy Harold aren't fantastic, or you got the chewing gum or whatever it is on the back, and then there's also those holes, a couple of cigarette burn holes in, or one cigarette burn hole in the seat, and then the stitching's coming undone as well. So I've been looking for a red driver's seat, and there aren't any within, you know, reasonable distance of me going and getting them. So although these are the seats obviously out of a lounge, it's got the split fold rear seat, whereas Loopy Harold is split fold, isn't it? I was thinking it was a bench seat, so I was thinking I was going to have to change the seat rail as well, but I won't have to. So that's good. Yes, of course. Don't know why I was thinking it was a pop. So we will change the entire seats out of that, and then I might even sell the other seats off in bits and pieces, or I could keep them for a future project where I need a seat. Obviously, Project Cooey I broke up, and that had the red seats in. I sold those red seats. Of course, if I'd had those, I could have just swapped over the driver's seat. But as you can see, it's quite difficult finding places to put these things. So I can't. There's nowhere for me to store them really until I've sorted out a new big shed in the spring down at right at the bottom of the garden that I can put most of the stuff that's out there in. Then the drier, warmer storage in here would be okay for seats. I have had seats stored in here before. But yeah, that's where we are. So, wind's caught the door. So today has completely scuppered my plans due to the weather. I had so much to do today. I've got to go over and get Loopy Harold because I've got a Speedo that I've repaired that I've got to put in it to try it. I can't do that now either really. So yeah, I might do that this afternoon because I thought, as I've just mentioned, that this was going in for a service tomorrow. I was just about to phone the garage up and say, is it alright if I bring it over today because I can pick Bluey up? And they said that you're actually half an hour late for your MOT. So it was actually today, and I've even got it written up on the board there. 500X service, 18th for the 2nd. I was thinking for some strange reason that that's tomorrow. So this afternoon I'm going to take... Good job that wasn't a decent bumper, wasn't it? It's going to blow around the driveway now. So yeah, I'm going to take this in this afternoon. They're going to service it this afternoon, and then they'll MOT it in the morning. They've obviously got a spare slot in the morning, and then Bluey will be back this afternoon. So I could drive Bluey over to my sister-in-law's and pick up Loopy Harold, bring Loopy Harold back, and sort this Speedo out. So hopefully we'll get that done this afternoon, and we'll have a bit more video for you of Loopy Harold, as you haven't seen him for a while. So for the time being, that's it. Just wanted to show you these bits that I've picked up today, and once again, Richard, thanks very much for these the seats and the other bits and pieces and the bumper and what have you. Much appreciated. So we'll see you again shortly. Well, it's still raining. I've managed to give the X a bit of a clean, giving it a bucket and sponge, and then just hosed it down just to get the surface dirt off. I don't like driving around in black cars, especially when they're I mean, I don't like driving around in dirty cars, especially when they're black, because it shows up every mark. Right, I've mixed up my fluid, powder I should say. I'm going to give these seats clean, and I'm going to stick them in my conservatory to dry, get some out of the way, and then once they're dry I can get them in Loopy Harold. That's good. Haven't got any door cards to match this. I may have some grey door. I don't know if I've got a full set, and I've got some blue ones, but they obviously won't look right on a red car. I've got all odds and sods up in the loft, but I don't think I've got a full set of door cards in not in the dog tooth. I may have one, and I may have an odd grey one as well, but I've not got a full set that I can use. So I could leave the red ones in it. I could. It's a red car. Does it matter if it's got red armrests on the door cards? I don't know. Well, let me know what you think about that, because if you think it's going to look stupid with these grey dog tooth seats, I'll change them. But yeah, let me know what you think. But I'm going to do that. Yeah, going to get up in the loft and have a look once I've got these seats clean. I'm not going to film me cleaning these seats. I've done it a dozen times before. So we'll just come back once they're nice and clean in the conservatory. So I've done the back seats. I've done this one front seat, which are nice and clean now. I've still got that one to do, but I've run out of fluid, so I've got to empty it and then mix up some more. How dirty is it? Fairly dirty. They didn't look that dirty, to be honest. The front seats are dirtier than the back, but they're all right, not too bad. They did need cleaning, but it's nice to do them out of the car, actually. I've got to empty that. It is nice to do them out of the car and put them indoors, so they'll dry off a lot quicker. I wouldn't have taken them out to do them, as some people suggested. It's just too much hassle taking them out, really, just to clean them. So I'll get this one in the conservatory, then I'll mix up some more fluid, and then we'll get that one cleaned. So that's good news. I found one of these in the garage, up the end of the garage, and I found one in the loft. Now they are, I think, the armrests, if I get that in the same light, they do look very, no, actually I think they are the same. I thought one was darker than the other. They are dirty, very dirty, so I've got some fluid left over, so I'm going to clean them off, or clean the material parts. They may be, this one may be very, very, very slightly darker than that one. I know there are two different variations. Now, I have got the other one of that. If you remember, I don't know which car it was now, one of them had a cigarette burn just here on the driver's side. And I took it out and swapped it over with another set of door cards, and I put the other door card behind the shed, behind the garage, and it's still there now. But it has got that burn in it. So I'm glad I didn't get rid of it, because there is always a time, if you look at those together, even through the camera they look different, but even not through the camera they look very, very slightly different. Very slightly different. I don't think that will notice. The plastic is exactly the same colour. It's just the, in fact that may, no, it isn't black. No, it is grey. So yeah, that's a bit odd. Maybe they came out of one of them came out of an earlier car than the other, and they're faded or something. One of them's faded, I don't know. But they obviously are out of different cars. So I think it makes sense to use those. They don't match the dog tooth seats. I have got one dog tooth door card, but that means I've got to buy another one, which is going to probably set me back at least 30 quid, I imagine. I mean, I sell these for like 25 quid for the pair when I sell them, or thereabouts. Certainly less than £30 for the pair. It's not worth me spending 25, 30, 35, 40 quid, whatever it's going to cost on another dog tooth one. I may as well just put these in. I have done it before. I have had dog tooth seats before with grey, and no one's batted an eyelid. So I don't think it matters too much. I could leave the red ones in. I'm not really sure. I may leave the red ones in, but I'm going to clean these up for the time being anyway, and then let them dry off, and then we'll clean the plastic bits up as well. And hopefully, depends how long it takes for this to dry. It probably won't be dry by tomorrow, even though they're indoors. So I'm going to get Loopy Harold over later on and try that Speedo that I've got, just as an experiment more than anything. And then I don't think they'll be dry tomorrow, so I probably ain't going to be able to put them in tomorrow. So they'll probably be beginning of next week. We'll put those in and see what they look like. But let's get these cleaned up anyway. Right, that's it, all clean. Now they're both wet, they look exactly the same colour. So I don't know, maybe they are the same colour. Anyway, who cares? They're grey, and they're dark grey, and they'll match. That's the most important thing. So that's it for now. So the seats are all clean, they're in the conservatory, over here. Not going to go in there. They want to come up nice and clean. There's a little mark on that one there, I don't know if you probably can't see it. Little black mark, that's not a burn there. I think there probably was a hole there, and someone at some point in the past has sewn it up, but it looks alright, it's okay. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll come back when we get Loopy Harold back later on today, and we're going to have have a look at this speedo that I need to try. It's a 15 plate speedo that I'm doing for somebody, and I bought a new panel for it, the LCD panel, and I just want to try it out, make sure the panel actually works. Doesn't matter what lights up, because it won't work properly in a 11 plate car anyway, because it's the one I'm putting it in is a pre-facelift facelift, so I just need to make sure it is actually physically going to work before I put it all back together again and get her down there to put it in. So that'll be the next thing you'll see coming up any second now. So we got this noise underneath coming from the back, as you know. When I drove it to my sister-in-law's, that noise was a little tinkling noise. Could be the exhaust, could be an exhaust bracket, could be the springs, could be the shocks. So I'm going to get underneath and have a look shortly. But first thing I'm going to do, since I cleaned these seats, it's just a bit horrible and nasty in here. And the seats haven't come up very well anyway, apart from the cigarette burns and the rips and what have you. So you've seen the other seats that I've got. So I'm going to swap them out. I'm not going to do that today because the seats, I only cleaned them yesterday, and I'm just going to let them stay in my conservatory for a while and dry out. But the rest of the car is filthy inside, so I'm going to do its usual clean up. I think there's even some overspray. Yeah, we've still got the overspray from when I cleaned these seats. So I'm going to give it a hoover, give it a good clean out, clean the steering wheel, etc, 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 because hopefully there's not much left to do inside the car now, apart from obviously changing the interior. We've got as you know, we've got the door cards, so I'll be changing these. I'll clean these again. They have been cleaned already. They don't even look that clean, to be honest. But we'll give them another clean, and I'll either keep those or sell those. We'll climb underneath, have a look. Of course, we've still got that intermittent, not even intermittent, that sort of, on the engine, for want of a better description. So there's nothing to actually do at the moment. Someone has suggested that I change the plug leads again. Now I can't remember, because of all the backwards and forwards things that I was doing to this. I can't remember whether I put the original coil pack and leads back on, or whether I put the replacement one on. So I need to have a look and see. If it is the original one, I think I'll probably change it back to the other one, the new one that I bought, and see if that makes any difference. I don't think it's going to be, but as a lot of you mentioned when I showed you those plugs, it does look as if cylinder one is oiling up a little bit. So if it means taking it for a proper diagnostics, that's what I'll do. But it has been suggested that I stick half a tank of high octane fuel in it, with the 95 RON or whatever it is, or 98 is it, I don't know, whatever it is, the supreme petrol. Stick some Redex in it and give it a blast down the motorway. So I might do that anyway, the old Italian tune-up as they call it. See what happens. I have put more petrol in it. It is low again because I've been driving it backwards and forwards, and I only stuck like £5 worth in or something, so it's not even a gallon, is it? So we'll give it a try. But I really want to get this car done. I've got someone who wants to buy it as well, actually, or I say wants to buy it, is interested and really wants a red lounge, and the sort of price I've told her that this is going to be, she's jumping for joy. So it is a nice car. I just need to get over that, change the interior. So let's see if we can sort it out, because bodywork wise, as you know, there's no bodywork to do. The only thing I've got to do is give it a good polish, and this needs cutting back, flatting and polishing. I've learned that from Grant. Thank you, Grant. I never knew what to call it before. Flatting and polishing. So we'll do that at some point. And then these wheels are a bit of a 2 and 8, some of them, so we'll give those a little bit of a DIY repair as well, just tart them up a little bit, and that is really it on it. There's not, this front one's quite bad as well. The two backs are not too bad. Tyres, good, decent tyres. I am going to, MOT has actually run out on this now, so I obviously need to get it MOT'd as well. So yeah, that's where we are. So I'm going to give it a clean, and then we'll go from there. We'll climb underneath and have a look, and you can come with me. Right, let's get down on the floor, see what we got. Nothing obvious. Oh, I'm pointing you at the floor, sorry, while I'm looking. Yeah, nothing obvious there. Springs look okay as far as I can see. Shaking the exhaust, it's not doing anything. Don't know then. I think I'll have to get it up on ramps and have a look at exhaust brackets and stuff. It is brackets at the back, if anything. The noise is definitely coming from the back. But yeah, back beam looks okay. That spring looks okay. I can't really see the other spring from here, but that spring certainly seems okay from looks anyway. So I imagine it's going to be a spring or a shock. Actually, it is a funny noise. It's like a tinkling noise, but we'll get it up on ramps at some other time. But at first glance, nothing seems obvious. Let's just press down on the car. Let's turn my torch off. So it doesn't particularly do it when the car's particularly under load. It's doing it, you know, cruising. And get the boot open. I just want to press down on. I don't know if that's the noise. That might be it. You hear that? That's not the same sort of noise, it's more of a tinkling noise, but that might be something to do with it, I suppose. Weird. Yeah, I don't know what that can be. But we'll get it up on ramps another day and have a good look. See if we can get to the bottom of it. As I've got some shocks. If it is the shocks, I can change the shocks. I can always get some springs. Of course, it might not be either. First thing to look at properly, I suppose, is the exhaust. See if the exhaust is banging anywhere. I say that because the noise is a tinkling, it makes me think that it's an exhaust bracket that is tinkling. But I couldn't see from where I was there, so yeah, we'll get it underneath and have a look. We're going to put this outside now and then just get Blondie down here. Just to, as Blondie's sold today, so just going to get a few, or rather yesterday, they're picking it up today sometime. I just need to get a few bits done and put some new badges on front and back, the gel badges that I've bought to put on. It's with the rain we've had, I haven't been able to put them on, so I'm going to do it now. But that's Loopy Harold for the time being. Loopy Harold will be back very soon. So, the Loopy one called Harold. What are we going to do on it today? So, filthy dirty. We still need some adjustment made in this bonnet here. It still doesn't run right, as we all know. However, I am going to, as I mentioned before, I am going to get some, not Redex, but similar sort of stuff in. Get half a tank of the high octane petrol, take it for a blast. As you know, I bought the seats to go in this. So I'm now going to take these seats out and I am going to swap them over. We're going to do that now on time lapse. need your opinion, guys. So, got the seats in. Took me about 35 minutes, something like that. Half hour, 35 minutes to take them out, put the new ones in. So I think they look much better. I don't like the red seats anyway, as you know, but what I'm thinking, your opinions, I don't think the red armrests look wrong, because obviously the car's red, the dash is red, the seats just happen to be grey. I think they actually look alright, so I'm very tempted just to leave them, even though I have got a set of grey, which aren't the dogtooth grey, but they're grey as you saw previously. What do you think? I think I should leave them. I think they look fine. So let me know what you think. Should I leave them as red or should I change them to the grey? I've just adjusted the bonnet a little bit so it's a lot better now. It could do with the coming up a little bit more, but I think it'll do, I think. Back to front is okay. One more thing I've got to do before I take it for a spin and get some petrol in it is just change these number plates. As you can see, they're all cracked. Cracked on the front, and I think they're cracked on the back as well, if I remember rightly. No, they're not cracked, but they don't look very nice. So I am going to redo them. I've got new plates made up, so I'm going to put them on. I'm not going to film me doing it. I did that the other day and I thought to myself, why am I filming this? It's a set of number plates. But there you go. Anyway, I'm going to swap them over. Yes, I know they're Euro plates. Got the Euro symbol on, and I'm going to stop buying those with the Euro symbol on now, and I'll either buy the plain ones like this or hopefully one with the old Union Jack on it. So let's get that done, and then we can take the car out for a spin, go and stick some Redex in it and get some petrol and see what happens when we take it for a blast. So I've just gone and put premium petrol in. Didn't realise how expensive that was. My life. So I put half a bottle of gunk in, and I put, how much was this petrol? It was £1.39 a litre. I put 17.9 and then 5 litres because it stopped after I put 5 litres. So yeah, 5.5 litres. So I put 22 litres in, then I put half a can of this in. I've taken it for as much of a blast as I can. It seems that you wouldn't believe we're in lockdown, the amount of traffic that's around. I was heading down towards the M25, but I hit a massive traffic jam, so I turned off and came around a different way. But as you can hear or see, it's still doing it. It's still rough. It drives fine, absolutely fine. I think the vibration is that pipe, the air intake pipe. But yeah, I mean, maybe it needs a bit of a longer run, but it's not brilliant. So it's got nearly a full tank of petrol in it. I'm gonna have another play around with it tomorrow. Have a look at that coil pack and see if it is the original coil pack or the new one that I put in. Have a little play around, take it out for another spin, see what I can do. But yeah, sounds like a dog. It doesn't sound good when it's idling. I don't know. Anyway, we'll have another go tomorrow and see what we can do. I'm assuming the water's getting around the system. Let's put it on hot. It is on hot. Yeah, got hot air coming out, so it's not lack of water. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. If I can't get to the bottom of it, I'm just going to have to sell it like this. A bit like I did with the other red one, the red pop I had, which had an idling problem. This is worse idling problem, but it's not the spark plugs on this one, that's for sure. So, yeah, if that's what I'm going to probably drive around in it for a little bit. But if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. So that's all for this video. There will be another video yet to come. What we've got left to do is the brakes, which will be on the next video. We need to get it up on ramps and have a proper look underneath to see what's going on with that squeaking noise. And then after that, apart from a clean, I think we might as well get it down for an MOT. If I can't figure out what's causing that squeaking noise, I'll stick it through the MOT and let them decide. So if it shocks, I've got shocks. If it springs, I can quite easily get some. So yeah, that's the end of this video for now. I hope you enjoyed it. once again, I hope you learned something. I certainly always learn something when I'm doing these videos. So thanks for watching. If you are a casual viewer, please like, share and hit that subscribe button up there, and to be notified when we put up new videos, hit that notification bell as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.